Alright, welcome back.
Our producer's laughing in his headset.
X6-Gaming versus Meta Bellum.
The name is funny. The fact that X6-Gaming failed their first group huddle, also funny. They'll hope that they got all their misplays off before the actual series started.
I want to be a bit more bullied out. Has to drop the bubble as CCJ shoots back up into the skies, but there's going to be a bit of vengeance coming through as he kills himself with a rocket. But in the meantime, Choihyobin has been answered for from the side of Meta Bellum. But Marvel will also fall, so X6 trying to trade back where they can, but it's an exchange on the Winston's. Timeboy dashing around helps to get rid of Haksal. But needs a bit more than that. Nearly gets rid of the enemy tracer, helps pop out the D.Va. Seems like this might be able to be a first cap here for X6-Gaming because of how much of a distraction Timeboy is being at the moment. Will finish off Sansam at the last second there, but so far the cap has still eluded them.
Timeboy a monster in the first trap. He was one of the people that have taken out Lunatic-Hai before, but he's going to be the exit kills. First capture.
Gets rid of Dahem, just absolutely destroying him. Recall, taking him back up to full. Now looking for the kill in onto Hexa. A couple of those headshots registering through, but doesn't have the pick yet. Nearly had a back cap onto the point, but the flip's not going to be there. It's still going to be 35% ticking upward here for X6-Gaming as they continue to go ahead and scoop up these members of Meta Bellum and throw them into the bin.
But it's no surprise that these fights are going the way of X6. Meta Bellum changed 3 members. Mech himself. What the him can do. He's getting jumped on by the Winston.
Yeah, Nosemind going in will pop that primal rage. Attack visor comes out here for Dahem. For the pick, but has to kite back because of the self-destruct, and it actually finds Chara as Marvel also goes down. So 2 members going down right off the bat. No smite will be answered for, but it's into overtime here for the side of X6-Gaming. All they have to do is maintain control, and it seems like they have that in the bag. Dahem and Hexa both going down. Marvel just now respawning, and Samsung is gone, and that should just be it. Garden nearly 100% to 0 as it will get tagged for a second. But that will be the completion. X6-Gaming 1 round up.
I mean, X6 obliterated Meta Bellum in the first map. I think if you go for a triple swap after a failed first push and already about 25% on...
For University, he's going to be the sprint down into the bottom side, looking for the hack. Will be taken by Dahem, finds that for himself, nearly pays for it with his life, but the bubble is there to keep him alive for the moment. We will see a Doom Fist, but it's still going to be the first one that dies as GodsB scoops up that kill. CCJ with the recall keeps himself alive, but Chara has gone down as well, so none of that AoE healing in these tight quarters is there for Meta Bellum. Bebe getting rid of the enemy tracer will go ahead, take him down, and now they can go ahead, wrap their way back up to the top side and get this first. Still has to try to build up for that one. Yeah, just 52%. EMP will be dropped down here by GodsB. Yeah, they go ahead. Try to get rid of that D.Va. Mac will be able to pop Sansam out of that one. We'll see an answering EMP from the side of Dahem, but yeah, way too late. Completely disjointed from the rest of the squad. And everybody will just die around him. So massive waste on the EMP from Dahem. The side Rumen. This might be a decent opportunity for the side of Meta Bellum. Yeah, just punching Timeboy straight into the wall. And with those final picks, that will be the flip here for Meta Bellum, finally getting some percentage on this map.
It will not be full held from any percentage on the now 2 maps of control that we've played.
In onto Gilly, but can't quite find him because Timeboy is just cleaning up house. 2 kills immediately coming through, and we might just see a very swift flick here. Or flip for the side of X6-Gaming. As it's 40%, Timeboy will get EMP'd by Dahem, but they're able to go ahead and focus fire the Sombra and take him out very swiftly. Down into the lower ground goes Choihyobin, picks up that health. Another EMP coming down, Meteor Strike from Hexa. Not going to find anything, and he gets taken out immediately by GodsB. It seems like this might just be it as we're into overtime for X6-Gaming. EMP dropped in by GodsB, just trying to finish off that pesky tracer. Will be able to do so. They get rid of the Lucio, and that is just going to be Oasis going over to X6. 2 rounds very swiftly.
See another defensive positioning. They're trying to answer the far sight lines by having the turret in the room.
Well, that's going to be 2 members going down swiftly. Nosemind just jumps onto the high ground, had that nano boost thrown down from Bebe. And they'll even finish off Marvel. Triple res does come through from Hexa, but can they keep pushing forward? Because they're just losing them all over again. Hyobin finds Chara, Dahem, and Marvel. All 3 of them yet again go right back down. So Hexa gets almost 0 value from the res. Maybe a play of the game at the end. In the Baby D.Va form. Now it's Gilly up onto the point by himself. Will get taken down. And it's finally starting to tick up here for the side of Meta Bellum. Already have that first one ready to go. Looking for the second tick if they could get it. They are chasing down quite nicely, so this could just be the cap coming through.
Yeah, just very late. Molten Core didn't actually manage to get a Molten Core turret at all. Waited too long for his Q button. Still Still contesting the point, though.
Yeah, there's a really good swap out there. No Smite dives down as Choihyobin comes back in. Now No Smite can try to rejoin the fight. Is it still not the second tick? Will now be getting it as there's nobody through. And it seems like, yeah, X6 is going to have to go ahead, allow seconds on the clock for the Streets phase.
No full hold coming through from X6 Gaming. Very sloppy on their defense when they had 5 ultimates available. Mismanaged them. Ended up being the answer after the opening pick from Dahem, taking down Timeboy. Pushing up on...
Timeboy has the recall, so the Transcendence will get used. That barrier not quite yet here. Will now go down. Meta Bellum wants to go ahead and fight this, regain control over the payload. Already get rid of No Smite, now looking for Choihyobin, will pop him out of the mech as Timeboy barely dodges those Helix rockets, so get rid of the baby D.Va. So that should be the payload continuing to move forward as they clean up a couple more kills, Bebe falling. And they're not too far away, rounding this final corner with still a minute and a half on the clock.
X6 Gaming needs to get there for the last second. On to the point, but it's good stuff for Meta Bellum.
Yeah, they will go ahead and get that cap, and now it's 2.5 minutes for them to get all the way over to point C. Bebe under fire, has that primal range, Winston, and a Tracer on top of him, and it's just too much threat. He'll go down, as does No Smite and GodsB. And Meta Bellum are finally showing up really rough at the start on point A, but they are...
When there wasn't a full hold available, Timeboy wants to drop down, looking for a pulse bomb.
Has to drop into the back, no, just fires away, gets rid of Haksal with the help of No Smite, hasn't had to use it yet. He's still just holding on to this for the moment. When he wants to throw it out, but honestly might just be able to keep this for the long haul. They will find multiple kills. They'll stop the payload in its tracks, but they still have quite a bit of time to burn off that clock. Ultimate available here for X6. We'll go ahead and pop that one, but No Smite goes down first and foremost, but it's already 2 kills. Picked up Chara and Dahem, both falling a triple kill as CCJ gets taken out. The primal range is there. The Winston is more worried about the soldier and can't be there to help.
Defense from Meta Bellum. They had to nano boost Tracer to have any threat onto GodsB, and he eventually got. Attack visor popped it. Tracer was no more.
Really good angle here from Timeboy. Cloud grenade comes down. Everybody's clumped up, throws out the pulse bomb, and sticks it onto the van. Still manages to get rid of Chara, but it could have been so much more. We'll be able to chase forward, finish off Hexa in the end. So still comes up with a kill. Feeling the pressure, has to pop that attack visor, but he's completely cornered by No Smite, who's going on a rampage, takes him out. We'll see that Transcendence coming down just to keep everybody in the fight here from Bebe. As they're just a few meters away, 16 here, to go ahead and close out Numbani and take it to map point.
They did it.
Yep, that's going to be it. Samson going down. We will see a final leap in plus the nano boost
boosted
in,
Monkey.
but he is just getting booped away, has the Discord Orb, and he just gets chewed apart by the members of X6 Gaming, who should be able to get this completion. You would have to expect, given the remaining time bank, everybody from Meta Bellum just throwing their bodies at the payload to try to delay it, but you cannot stop the inevitable. X6 Gaming will find the win on Numbani in a relatively easy fashion, and now they're at match point. Onto the point, Marvel going low, barely stays alive. It's a healing coming through, and it's actually going to be a very early sound barrier here for Meta, as well as attack visor out from Dog, firing away. Knocks Choihyobin out of that mech, takes him down with the Helix rockets, and also finds Bebe. Gilly falling by the hands of Marvel. That is going to be both supports taking out Timeboy right at the end for the extra stagger, and it might just be a very swift cap here by Meta Bellum.
Yeah, No Smite pushed too far on the initial engage, was the first to go down, even though they had a nice defensive position. There's no point to use the support, or didn't even
bubble containing him, and Marvel will scoop up that kill. It's another sound barrier out here from Chara, who's been building these up so rapidly, and Dahem with his high ground has such a nice angle, such an advantage, and just scoops up multiple kills. It's only 1 tick so far here, but X6 Gaming have a massive task ahead of them as they try to delay this out, because it's still over 5 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, they've just given up a single checkpoint, but they're finding it very hard to get in position, and no one can shut down Dahem. He's just free shooting from high ground.
Going forward with the Primal Rage, smacking them away, trying to keep them gated off the point. They'll be doing a decent job. Pulse bomb down, Choihyobin popped out of the mech yet again. Discord Orb in onto No Smite, means that he is going to be a very easy target for this soldier who has attack visor yet again. They will cut him down, and that should be it. The team kill coming through, and Meta Bellum on Hanamura. 4 minutes 25 remaining, they get point B.
Yeah, first selection onto Numbani did not work out, but much better this time for Meta Bellum. Specific.
GodsB does go down. Dahem with attack visor yet again finds a kill onto Gilly. Choihyobin had been taken out, so no defense matrix there to block out the damage. They may be able to go ahead and scoop up the soldier, but pays for that one with his life as Chara kills him. And Meta Bellum should be able to hold this one. No Smite does commit the primal rage, but it seems like it's disjointed. This is kind of what we were seeing from Meta Bellum. Gilly's baby goes low. Keeps himself alive with the Transcendence, and GodsB has the Dragon Blade drawn out. He's looking for a target, but just hasn't been able to get anything at all.
They got Dahem, but nothing else as the Dragon Blade went on. It's going to chase down Ana. Comes back from spawn.
Yeah, didn't get as much as he needed to. The 1 kill onto the soldier, quite nice, but he'll be able to go ahead and right-click Hexa to death. At least finds that, but it's still nothing ticking up here for the side of X6. They've been fighting around the point, but they haven't been building up for that first tick. Maybe now that they go ahead and get rid of Sansam, they will be able to do so.
They've been down a healer the entire time. Ana died from the Winston Primal Rage and then was proxied by the Genji when she respawned, so they were really down a healer, and it will eventually be the flip, but certainly not with the same massive time bank, Gilius.
Only a minute if they wanted to match. They would have to snowball this super heavily. Looking for the pop down onto Samson, will be able to knock him out of that mech, as GodsB has that Tech Visor ready to go. Both Transcendents popped out here from the sides of the Zenyatta's as they just go ahead and group up in onto the point. All gathered together. Sound barrier will be thrown down here from the side of X6, and multiple kills have spilled over. Marvel and Hexa both going down. No supports available here for Meta Bellum, and with that pick with this high ground, GodsB is just helping to take out the remaining members, and that is going to be the finish. Yeah, no way for them to get back in on time. Just under 3 minutes remaining on the clock. 4.5 gathered here by X6 Gaming. A fantastic start, and that's just going to be even better as Dahem and Chara both go down. Timeboy with a 3K gets rid of Hexa. 4 as he gets rid of Marvel. Can he get more? Yes, he can. Takes out Sansam right at the end. Almost team kills all by himself. Meta Bellum gets swept under the rug, and X6 Gaming, 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining, are pushing on to point B.
CCJ couldn't afford to go in and try the same gimmicky overextension, because what happens here is that Winston can choke, can completely occupy the choke. All the focused healing is on him, and there's no threat on the backline because Tracer is dead.
Absolutely disgusting play here from Timeboy. Almost gets the pick there onto Dahem, but he's able to sprint back in. But it's a Busio over onto Chara as he tries to find anything, but they are able to take out GodsB in the end as that sound barrier did get used by Chara. Still trying to push in, trying to get something on the board, but they haven't gotten really any percentage built up here onto point A. And with Chara going down, the Zenyatta not nearby yet. They might just have to abandon this push yet again and regroup.
Yeah, the old economy here from X6 Gaming on.
Nicely for them. Hexa off that Tech Visor off screen, but will be taken out. Timeboy finds the kill. Dahem here on the low ground with his Tracer, just trying to wreak havoc where he can, but isn't finding much profit for it. And now that they lose out onto Marvel, Sansam is very low. They need this Dragon Blade to be so effective, but it's not. He gets one, but gets taken down by Bebe in the end. And now the sound barrier from Chara is just not going to be clipping many members. So many already dead will be taken out. The shield's completely negated. And this is going to be the last stand here from Meta Bellum. They have to go to the distance. They have to get all the way up to 78%, but it's just not going to happen. They get shut out. That overtime meter plummets, and X6 will still get the 3-0 closeout over Meta Bellum.
And credit to Meta Bellum. They made it competitive for our final map of Hanamura.
그냥 저희는 평소 하던 대로 저희에게 맞는 전략을 찾고 있었고, 찾는 연습을 했고, 오늘은 그 전략을 아직 보여드리지 못했어요. 지금은 아마 이제 팀마다 특색이 나올 건데, 아마 돌진잡을 끼는 둠피스트가 좀 유행할 거라고 생각을 해요. 당해봤는데 윈스턴 디바가 뛰고 둠피스트가 이렇게 딱 들어오면요, 둠피가 들어오는 스킬이 한 명을 무조건 죽일 수 있는 건데 그걸로 한 명을 죽이고 시작하니까 그게 되게 사기인 것 같아요. 아무래도 디바의 꽃은 매트릭스고, 그 매트릭스를 얼마나 상대가 막 당황하게 그런 식으로 매트릭스를 쓰는 게 되게 중요하다고 생각해요. 상대가 갑갑하게. 미로 선수가 하는 걸 봤는데 되게 케어 없이 혼자서 하는 피지컬이 되게 굉장하더라고요. 그래서 아마 미로 선수가 있으면은 좀 더 미로 선수가 팀의 중심이 돼서 그 팀을 이끌 수 있을 것 같아요. 저것만. 제가 사실 디바를 원래 그렇게 많이 안 했는데 이번에 선수가 되고 나서부터 디바를 연습했거든요. 제가 다른 것도 할 수 있는데 다른 것도 좀 많이 보여드리고 싶어요, 이번 시즌에.